we are glad to introduce. Good evening and welcome you all for the session. We are glad to invite Miss Melisha Cristina, who is a teacher of English in Italy. She has completed her diploma in teaching English and she has completed her TKT CLIL exams, which are global level professional qualifications. So we are very glad to have her here today for the session on Chilau Zonal English channel. And I must extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Isuru Jayasundara, the Deputy Director of Education, Chilau Zone, for providing the chance for Melisha. Dear teacher Melisha, I cordially invite you to conduct the session. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, dear teacher Rasika Damayanti, regional English supporter and my past English teacher at Venapo Holy Family Corner. Good evening, everyone. We are going to start our lesson. Today's lesson is conducted by Chilau Zonal Educational Programs. I am Miss Melisha Peiris, as said by Miss Rasika from Milan, Italy. Hope you all are doing good and hope you all are having the worksheet printed on your table. And I would kindly like to ask you to keep a pen or a pencil with you to write down some important facts that would be important for you to note down. Today's lesson is simple essay writing. Hope you all can hear me, children. Can you hear me? If you can, send me a message. Can you hear me, children? Yes, okay. Simple essay writing. Simple. Simple කියන්නේ සරලයි. නේද? අපි සරලයි කියුවාම basic මූලික දේවල් ගැන අද කතා කරනවා essay writing වල. රචනාවක් ලිවීමේදී අපිට අවශ්‍ය වෙන මූලික කරුණු ගැනයි අද අපි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ. Okay. So I welcome you all. And I would like to ask you to join the lesson with me. Okay, take out your worksheets and you all can see the essay the lesson topic is simple essay writing. And below that, there's the question, what is an essay? What is an essay? And you have a space to write down what is an essay. Okay, I'm going to read that and you can see it on the presentation also. So if you need to write it down and if you have spelling problems, you can check there. An essay is a piece of writing. It is designed to present an idea, propose an argument, to express the emotions, or to initiate a debate. රචනාවක් මගින් සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ පුතේ අපි තුල තියෙන යම්කිසි අයිඩියා එකක් කියන්නේ අපි තුල තියෙන යම්කිසි අදහසක් අපි ලිවීමක් මගින් ඉදිරිපත් කිරීමක් තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මෙතනදී ආගියුමන්ට් එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, විවාදාත්මක විදිහකට වෙන්න පුළුවන්, නැත්නම් ඉමෝෂන් විදිහට, හරි සංවේදී විදිහට මේකට අපිට උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මේ හැම විදිහකින්ම අපිට එසේ එකට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. රචනාවකට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. An essay can be as short as 250 words. It can also be 5,000 words or more. Oh, essay එකක් වචන 250ක් වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, 5000ක් වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒ අතර තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට රචනාවක් ලියවෙන්නේ. ඒක ඒජ් එකකින් ඒජ් එකට, ග්‍රේඩ් එකකින් ග්‍රේඩ් එකට වෙනස් වෙනවා. Okay. But normally, most essays are around 500 to 3000, a range which provides the writer sufficient space to develop his or her argument or idea. Here, children, given the maximum space from 500 to 3000, you will be able to express what you have to include in your essay. So this range is really good. So you can use many things in your essay through this word range. Now, the most important thing, the structure of an essay. The structure is very important, children. So there are three main parts in an essay structure. As you all can see, the first one is introduction. And number 2 is body. Number 3 is the conclusion. Introduction. So what should we include in an introduction? So before doing the introduction, we should read the topic. They say topic, what are we going to write? So first we have to read it and we have to understand it. And in the introduction, we should introduce the topic. We should write on what we are going to talk in our body. The introduction is where you're going to catch the reader's attention. Then it's very important, because if from the start you're gonna, so if from the start you're going to use some information regarding another topic, then it's useless. So be very attentive when you're going to write on your introduction. So it's very nice to use quotes, analogies, and questions to attract the reader's attention through your introduction. So I can give you some examples for that, children. Yes, a quote. What are quotes? Quotes are, or a quote is a praise taken directly from a text or speech, something said by someone. කවුරු හෝ විසින් කියන ලද දෙයක් තමයි මේ quote එකක් කියන්නේ. I would like to add a quote here. A famous quote said by the Chief Seattle. We are part of Earth and it is part of us. The perfume flowers are sisters. The deer, the horse, the great eagle, these are brothers. All things are connected like the blood, which unites one's family. So this quote you can use when you're going to write an essay on our environment or protecting our environment. I used to use this quote when I was a student and when I got this essay topic regarding the importance of environment. Second one is an analogy. What is an analogy? An analogy is an extended comparison between two things, usually usually though of us unlike. ඒ කියන්නේ එකකට තව දෙයක් සමාන කිරීම. Life is like a race. ජීවිතේ race එකක් වගේ. Life is like a river. So these are some analogies you can use in your essay writing. And we can also start our introduction with a question. A question, what is a question, children? A question is something that you can say or write to ask a person about something. So if I add you an example regarding an essay, you can, if the topic is a greenhouse effect, so starting the essay, you can ask a question like this. What is greenhouse effect? Or if you talk about children in your essay, so you can start the topic, do children need attention? Or do children need an English and a children's day? Things like this, you can add to your introduction, a question to start your introduction. The second second thing we take as including in the structure of an essay is the part that we write widely arranged of words. It's the body of the essay. So you have to be very careful, children, in including the details in the body of the essay. Body, you're gonna write the essay body in the paragraph mode. So the body paragraph is where it supports the statements or the facts or the evidences. You can widely write your body, essay body. And you have to be very careful in including the information in your body, because the body paragraph should always support and focus on the argument. If it goes out of the essay topic, then it's useless to write thousands and thousands of words. And the next one is the conclusion. If you start a race, you have to end. It's like that. If you start the essay with an introduction, you have to end it with a conclusion. So in the conclusion, what are we going to use is we are going to summarize the points that we have made in the body. And we are going to build an argument there. Summarize. What we have included in the body, we are going to summarize in the conclusion. And it's very nice if you are going to make the last paragraph of the essay more conclusive. It would be very nice. And sometimes I used to add my idea regarding the topic in the conclusion. Okay, so now you can move to the next page in our worksheet. Here we are going to talk on the most common essay topics that you're going to have at this age level. Yeah, year 6 and 7 levels. Mostly at this age, you're getting the essay topics like the current arguments, children. But for an example, the COVID-19 is a very good topic to write as a current argument. And you're going to write about festivals, education, leaders. So these are some common topics that you're going to write at year 6 and 7, and you're going to be writing. So here I have added in your worksheet some common essay topics that you're gonna have in your term test papers. Good habits, oh, my favorite author, my country, English Day celebrations, my hobby, my school, and leadership personalities like Mother Teresa. Here, now I would like to speak widely about some essay topics. If you receive some argumentative essay topics, so you may have included there essay topics regarding food and nutrition, which is a very common argumentative topic these days. Artificial food, natural food, and how much food affects the development of children, the health, global warming, effects of COVID-19 on economy and education. And if you get a topic on information and technology, it may be like on internet, advantages and disadvantages of social media, and the wonder of science. So these may be some common topics you will get the main topic, information and technology. And festivals and events are also some very common topics that you're getting at these age levels. Celebrating 73rd Independence Day, Children's Day, Christmas, Sinhala and Tamil New Year. These are some common festival and event topics that you're gonna write. And through the main topic education, you will get the importance of education. What is free education? So here you can include the details of CWW Kannangara sir, the founder of free education. And you may get also the contribution of technology in education. For an example, now also, yeah, getting the contribution of technology in education through Zoom. And you may get, say, topics like knowledge is power. So these are very common topics that you receive on education. And another very common topic is, children, famous leaders. The people like Sir Abraham Lincoln, Mother Teresa, Sir CWW Kannangara, and what is a leadership quality. These are some common topics regarding leaders and leadership. Okay. Now, children, here I would love to add some guidelines before and after starting to write an essay. First of all, you have to determine what type of an essay it is. As we have spoken before regarding the types of essays, first you have to understand the essay topic. Whether it's an essay talking about the current situations, or whether it's an or whether it is an essay talking about environment, or whether it is an essay talking about the leadership qualities. So whatever it is, first you have to understand the essay type. And after understanding, it's very convenient to use an essay outline, children. That is something very important that I also followed when I was a student. Take a piece of paper and write down a nice sketch or an outline. It will help you to write an essay through a flow. නැත්තම් පුතේ අතනින් චුට්ටයි මෙතනින් චුට්ටයි දාපුවම essay එකක් neat නැහැ. So to make it neat, and simple, and an essay that goes through a flow, so you have to make a nice sketch or an outline. Then what you have to do is you have to develop the thesis of the statement. So from the introduction, you have mentioned what are you going to talk about. You have introduced your topic, and then in the body, you have to add what are you going to talk about. So as I have spoken before, the introduction of your essay topic is very important to make this flow happen up to the conclusion. And write in the body of the essay. So the more you include the details and facts necessary to your essay, the more you will get marks. But it should be the relevant information, children. Don't go beyond the topic of the essay. You should always be inside the frame of the topic. And yes, last thing is presenting your conclusion. So there you can see the nice flow: introduction, body, and the conclusion. So for that, you have to make a nice outline or a sketch. අපි කියන්නේ කටු සටහනක් ගහනවායි කියලා අන්න ඒ වගේ. කටු සටහනක් ගහගත්තම ඔයගලන්ට අර ඒකේ flow එක ගන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ ලස්සනට. Okay, children. Now we are going to speak on do's and don'ts in an essay writing. මොනවාද අපි කළ යුතු සහ මොනවාද නොකළ යුතු? Do's and don'ts. Okay, I would first start with the do's. Do include a thesis statement in the introduction. Yes, this is very important. It's very good to use a thesis statement in your essay's introduction. මොකද මේ thesis statement කියන්නේ නිබන්ධන ප්‍රකාශය. Okay, the next one is do use transitions between paragraphs. It's very important. As you are in grade 6 and 7, it's very nice to use the transitions between the paragraphs because now your essays are going to be more advanced than year 5 or 4. So you have to be very important. අර මේ ඡේද කැඩීමේදී තාමත් සැලකිලිමත් වෙන්න දරුවනේ. Next one is do use an advanced vocabulary. Advanced vocabulary. Yes. වචන භාවිතය ඉතාමත් වැදගත් essay එකක් ලියනකොට. It's very important to use a very good vocabulary and also, yes. Okay. Okay, and not only the vocabulary, the spellings are also very important when you write your words or when you include vocabulary in your essays. Do use simple sentences. You know, children, why I have included these things? Because for your age, if you use very simple sentences, then the times that you're gonna write the wrong spellings or the wrong vocabulary is very less. You can minimize it. So always try to use simple sentences. The more it is simple, the more the reader can understand it very well. Next one. Do choose the right language and tense. Yes, very important. For an example, if you take the essay topic, the past, the ancient Sri Lankan culture. So then you have to be very careful on your tense or the tense that you're going to write the essay. Because if you're going to write the essay in the future or the present tense, sometimes it will, not sometimes, actually it will harm the topic of the essay because you're gonna talk about the past or the ancient times in your essay. And another very important thing is that yes, Soumya has raised her hand. Any question, Puta? Soumya? Yes, you can chat me if you have any doubts or if I should repeat something. Should I repeat? Okay. 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 So you have to be very attentive in writing the essay topics. This is something that we forget. Sometimes the essay topic is not given, children. Sometimes the content that you must include is given in the question, and sometimes you have to create a topic and include. And what children do is to forget that. So be very careful to write the essay topic and to write it correctly. And sometimes the topic is given, but you write another thing on the topic. And when you write the essay topic, I usually used to write it in the middle of the page. Okay, so you can show it, this is the essay topic, or if you underline it also, it's very good. Now we are going to speak about the don'ts, the things that you should not include in an essay, or the things that you should not do in an essay. Don't exceed the length limit. Okay, Vesha is not understanding. Okay, Vesha, why didn't you understand the do's and the don'ts? එසේ එක රචනාවක තිබිය යුතු දේවලුයි තිබිය නැති දේවලුයි පුතේ අපි දැන් මේ කතා කරන්නේ. Here, okay, I'll get back into the lesson. Don't exceed the length limit. If you are given 250 words, then you have to be in that frame, children. Don't exceed it. It's not. It's something simple. It's something very convenient to write on the given length. So do what is said. Do the accurate thing, the correct thing. Don't exceed the limit. It's okay to exceed like 50 words, like, or like 25 words, but don't go more than that. Don't overuse idioms. Yes, this is also a very important thing, because it's gonna be like something odd to the essay. Idioms. වාක්‍ය ඛණ්ඩ කියන්නේ අපි පුතේ idioms. ඒවා exceed කරලා use කරන්න එපා essay එකදී. Avoid using slang or teen speak. This is very important. මේක essay එකක් කියන්නේ පුතේ formal writing එකක් නේ. එතකොට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඕගොල්ලෝ අපි දැන් මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වල නිකන් normal කතා කරන භාෂාව මේ or the Yankee style කියන්නේ ඒක teen speak slangs ඒවා අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ. We should not use them. So we should always continue our essay in a formal writing. So be very careful in that. For an example, the word yeah, we used to use the word yeah for yes, but it's not nice to use it in an essay. Okay, because these are teen speak words or the slang, so we don't normally use them in essay writing. Next one is avoid using contractions. What are contractions, children? Contractions. Okay. Contractions are shortened form of words. අර කියන්නේ etc දාන්න පෙර etc ඒ වගේ දාන්නේ. So you have to avoid them in essay. It's not nice. ඒක නිකන් පුතේ අර කරුණු නැතුවට නිකන් දානවා වගේ contractions use කරපුවාම. So if you have some informations, include them and then put a full stop. Avoid contractions. And for an example, using the auxiliary, the modal attached to words like he would, you can use an apostrophe and you will make it he'd. So these kinds of contraction also, it's very good to avoid using in your essays. Okay. Here, now I'm going to move to the next slides. Okay. You can see a page starting with the topic, My Motherland, Sri Lanka. Here, actually, I have given you an example for an essay. This is something that an essay topic that normally year grade 6 and 7 students are gonna get regarding your country, my motherland. Okay, so if you can see it very clearly, then I have given the essay topic in the middle of the page, as I have mentioned earlier. My motherland, Sri Lanka. And I have underlined it also to highlight this is my essay topic. And as you can see, can you see, children, where I have started the introduction of the essay? Okay, so I don't start it in the beginning of the line. I'm gonna come into an extent middle of the page. My motherland is Sri Lanka. It is one most popular Asian countries. It is surrounded by the Indian Ocean, so that people call it the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. Pearl of the Indian Ocean. මෙතනදී teacher මේ දාලා තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවට කොහොමද ලෝකයක් කතා කරන විදිහ. ඉන්දියන් සාගරයේ මුතු ඇටේ කියලා කියන්නේ අපි සිංහලෙන් ඒ වගේ තමයි මෙතන මේ මම එක ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් මෙන්ෂන් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. The Pearl of the Indian Ocean. Tambapani, Ceylon, Lankadeepa are many names called by ancestors. අතීතයේදී අපේ රට මේ නම් වලින් හඳුන්වලා තියෙනවා. So this is the introduction of my essay topic. So here I have included what I'm going to talk. Okay, here, so I have bracketed it and I showed that here is the first part of the structure of an essay. So I have put number 1 here. Next one. Now we are moving to structure of sentences. Yes. Yes, now I'm moving to the body of the essay, the structure of the, okay, the structure of the sentence. Yes, the structure of a sentence of an essay, it should be very simple, as I have said before. And you should not add unnecessary words or unnecessary wordings or quotes into that. Here, the quote or the thing that I have used, the Pearl of the Indian Ocean, it's very relevant to our essay topic. And I have included the introduction of the topic on what our country was whole. Okay. 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 Now we are going to move to the body of the essay. The body. Here I'm going to read it now. So here, as you all can see, the body of the essay is much wider than the introduction, if you can see, or the content is wider than the introduction. Okay. Sri Jayawardenapura is the capital of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka made Sinhala the main language in our country. So as you can see, my sentences are very simple. There is a long and proud history in Sri Lanka. It was a British colony before 1948, but our heroes could rescue it from them. That day was confirmed as our independence in 1948 of February 4th. This year, we celebrated our 73rd independence. Can you see, children? Here I have I have used a transition between the paragraphs. I haven't exceeded the amount of the words used in the paragraph, or I haven't written the essay in only one paragraph. I have made into transitions. Okay, now we are going to read the next paragraph. We are surrounded by multicultural society. There are 4 main races in Sri Lanka. They are Sinhalese, Muslims, Tamils, Burgher and Malay. So here also I have made a transition between the paragraph because this is not relevant to the paragraph that I've talked before. It's another thing. And here I have stuck before the next paragraph that I'm going to write is something else. Okay. There is 4 main religions such as Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, and Christianity. The main religion in my country is Buddhism. Sri Lanka is a democratic country. It is rich in many resources. Even it is a small island, now it has become a miracle because of its beauty. There are a lot of marvelous places. The amazing Trincomalee Harbour is the 5th natural harbour in the world. Gardens like Peradeniya Botanical Garden, Haggala Gardens, Norelia, attractive waterfalls like the Eluma Waterfalls, Bopatella, Devon Waterfalls, Ravana Falls, Dunghinda Waterfalls, Baker's Waterfalls, Hana's Waterfalls, beautiful rivers like Mahabali, Malvatu, Kala, Kalani, Dedaru, forests like Sinharaja, Kanneliya, and various plants, flowers are the main benefactors of increasing the beauty. It is the main reason for the increase in tourism because of the attractiveness. Now the Sigiriya, which was used as a rock shelter, included as a World Heritage. The education system is somewhat familiar to the British system. On the political side, there has a 2-party system such as the United National Party and the Sri Lankan Freedom Party. The former president is Honorable Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The former prime minister is Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa. The Sri Lankan army is known as one of the best armies with the best military power. Our heroes, Sri Lankan army was able to end up a 25 years long civil war and LTT terrorism in the country. Our country has many cultural events such as Sinhala and Tamil New Year, Ramazan, Thai Pongal, Christmas, and etc. All the nationalities can live peacefully after the war. Okay, here children, I have talked some main or the common facts that you can find in Sri Lanka. For an example, the beauty of Sri Lanka, I have spoken here regarding the beauty, regarding the educational system, and regarding the war that we ended up 25 years ago, and regarding the leaders in Sri Lanka. So these are some common facts that you can add into your essay body. So here you explain what we have in our country. And as you can see, here I have used punctuations like full stop, commas to separate the sentences or separate the words. If you want, you can point out some yes. If you feel like they are important to you children, you can point it down. That's why I asked you to keep a pen or a pencil. Okay. So, concluding my essay topic, I have mentioned Sri Lanka is projecting to become the wonder of Asia. ආසියාවේ ආශ්චර්ය කරා යන ගමනක් තියෙන මේ වෙලේ ලංකාව. All lions are raising to make their dream come true. Lions means us, Sri Lankans. So without using the word Sri Lankans, I use the word lions to give it a more punch. Okay. So here, children, if you can, yes, you can see it very, very carefully. I have put numbers close to the brackets. So here, number 1, you can see the, sorry, please, children, please make it correct. There's a printing mistake. Number 1 should be the introduction. Number 2, body. And number 3 is the conclusion. Sorry, it's a printing mistake. Yes. And now, I hope you have understand up to a limit the structure of an essay. Now I would like to talk a little about the structure of sentences that you should include in an essay. It's not mentioned in the worksheet or in the presentation, but I would like to speak with you regarding that. Okay. Starting from the topic of the sentence, the topic should be very clear, relevant, and a broad sentence with a controlling idea. And if we talk how we are going to support the sentence, children, I would like to explain it to you step by step. First one is you can explain the topic of the sentence, like adding more details. And as the second step, you can use textual or the evidences that supports and develops the topic of the essay. So here you can use concrete details, children. Content එක කිව්වහම හරි නැත්නම් details කිව්වම හරි. For an example, if you're going to talk about Mother Teresa, then it's very good to know about her birthday, where was she born, and what has she done, when did she become helper, so how did she join these things. If you can remember them with the years and dates, it's very good in your essay. So the reader knows that you know on what you're writing. Next one. Facts, details, examples, reasons, and analyzing the argument. Yes. Here, you have to, as I have said before, you have to show that you know the content, you know what you are writing. So you can use some information that you have got from the resources also here. Sometimes you have got some information from books or through internet. So you can mention these facts also to improve the topic of the essay. Statistics, data from researchers. Yes. So you can add 95% of people know this thing. 25% of Sri Lankans are like this. Okay. And you can add, we have improved this up to this percent. So you can add some data and statistics to prove your essay topic. And also you can as I have said, in the conclusion or in the body, you can add your personal experience also. You can say like this, I have seen, I know, or you can see, I have experienced. You can use these words to prove that, or to add those informations into your essay. Another thing that you can include in your structures of your essay is the way you conclude the sentence, explaining the significance of supporting the information. Yes, I will. Okay. Here you can explain the significance of supporting the informations, and the synthesis, the paragraphs contents of the topics, and the thesis of the statements. Okay. Here, yes, I've suggested to talk about the topic trees. Yes. So children, how are you going to write the topic trees? First, as I have said, you can write the essay topic. Trees are friends, or I don't know how your essay topic gonna be. You can importance of trees. So you write the topic. So first, you're going to introduce what are you going to write? So I suggest you to use a quote first. You can use the quote said by Chief Seattle. Trees are like our brothers. And you can say here, we can understand the importance of trees by the famous saying of Chief Seattle. And you can introduce the trees, like you can use the word, trees are like our life. Yes, we can't live without trees. So you can, without saying we take oxygen from trees, you can use an analogy like trees are like our life. So now I would continue this like this. Trees are as much as important as our life, as food and as water. Life becomes very difficult without trees. So here I have mentioned my introduction. And now, as the second step, I'm going to write what are the benefits that we are getting from trees, and what should people do to protect trees. Okay, and what happens if what happens if we don't protect our trees. So these things I'm gonna include in a essay body. So trees, what are the uses that you can take from trees? Medicine, food, shelter. These are some main uses that you can get from trees. So you can mention that in your body. So you can speak wider about that, children. Medicine, if you say medicine, what are those? Kohomba and papaya leaves. These are karapincha. These are some main leaves that we take from trees in medicine. Ayurvedic medicines, yes, we use many of those leaves. And we can use trees as shelters. So I know that still there are some children who are studying under the trees. So you can mention that trees gives us shelter, and then you can mention how we get oxygen from trees, that it absorbs the carbon dioxide and releases the oxygen. You can mention these things. And trees are important for food. So that also you can mention as a use. We can use fruits, and we can use leaves for food. like then angunu kola wage puthe you use them from trees now, you use as your salads mello. And you can use the other importance, like we use fruits and flowers that we take from trees for perfumes and for decorations. So you can use the body as the sorry, you can mention the uses of the trees as the first part of the body. And then how are we protecting trees these days? Are we really protecting them, or are we destroying them? So you can start there on writing. If you are going to cut one tree, then you are going to plant more trees so you can save our earth. And what will happen if you are not going to replant? So you can mention these things also. And this corona is a very good example for us, because if we start to destroy the environment, then the environment will punish us. So this is a very good thing that you can include, I think, at the bottom of the body. So, and in the conclusion also, you can mention, one day, if you are not going to protect our trees, then we are going to carry an oxygen cylinder. So not to do that, what you have to do, you have to replant and to protect our trees. So this was a very small explanation regarding trees. And at last, children, I would like to mention you some more things. කරුණු හොයාගන්නේ කොහොමද මේ essay එකට? සාමාන්‍යයෙන් like if you are reading very well, if you are a reader, then the more you read, the more you gather information, children. ඕගොල්ලෝ කියවන තරමට ඕගොල්ලන්ට කරුණු එක්ස්ප්‍රෙස් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. There's a famous saying also, like reading makes a full man, said by Sir Francis Bacon. කියවීම මිනිසා සම්පූර්ණ කරයි කියන්නේ. Yes, you can learn a lot of vocabulary. You can get more information if you read books. You can collect more facts. And if when you go through readings, then you get the correct spellings, children. So it's very important to read if you're going to be a very good writer. And something that I have done when I was at your age was, I got ready for some main topics that we normally receive at this age. සාමාන්‍ය මම ලෑස්තිලා හිටිය පුතේ මූලික වශයෙන් අපිට නිතර ලැබෙන මාතෘකායන්නේ ඔය පරිසරය ගැන, එතකොට information and technology, leadership කැමති leader කෙනෙක් ගැන, ඒ වගේ මම දත්ත එකතු කරගෙන හිටියා. ඒක ගබඩා කරගෙන හිටියා මම. මොකද ඒ සමානම දෙයක් ආවොත් ඒතර මට ඒ දේවල් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. I have collected some informations, facts regarding some common topics. For an example, a quote that I always kept is the quote said by the Chief Seattle. So I used it whenever I got a chance to write an essay regarding environment. I used that. And I used to collect facts regarding Mother Teresa, C.W.W. Kannangasa, because these are some common topics that we get. And the birthday, as I have told you before, and what they have done, and etc. And yes, that's also, keep it in your mind to collect information regarding some common topics. Then you will be very comfortable when you write topics, essay topics in your exams. You don't have to write facts that are not relevant to your essay. අර වචන ටික පුරවන්න හින්දා මොනාහරි ලියනවා නෙමෙයි. එතකොට අර වගේ facts තිබ්බහම ඔයගොල්ලෝ essay එකට සම්බන්ධ දේවල් ගැන තමයි දිගටම ලියාගෙන යන්නේ. So yes, that was something that I wanted to add you. Like the last points, but you should be very careful in writing an essay. And I would like to repeat again, first thing that you have to do is understanding the argument of the essay and make an outline and write the introduction, write the body, and write the conclusion, and read again and again your essay. If you are able, if you have time, please read it at least twice. You will find errors, and then you can do corrections before handing over your papers to the teachers. So read it again before handing over, and check your grammar, check your spellings, check your vocabulary. Yes, Teacher Rasika, I hope these informations are enough for today's lesson. And I think
Yes, thank you very much. I think you spoke really regarding the introduction, body, and conclusion, yes, the structure of essay, and also you have an example essay with about, yes, motherland. Maybe the students find it advanced, but it is good to have an idea how good essay should be structured and how they can quote things for a good example. Thank you very much. It was a good lesson. And thanks a lot for devoting time.
Yes, and I would like to add a small thing to our children. This is not regarding the lesson. This is for you, for your future. Don't, children, enjoy this time of your life, and don't forget your school or your teachers. The backbone of us are always our teachers. And I was very grateful to have very good teachers in my past. So thank you, dear Teacher Rasika, for giving me this valuable opportunity. I enjoyed. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And it was really helpful. And I hope students also learned something. Thanks a lot, dear. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you. Love from Italy. Thank you.
Love from Sri Lanka to you.